11 Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Hello and a very warm welcome. You've joined us live from the great city of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Today, two in-state rivals with playoff aspirations do battle at the Robbers Cave Stadium. It's the Tulsa Desperados and the Oklahoma City Renegades. Hello and a very warm welcome to you. I am your play-by-play commentator, Michael Cirillo, and happy to have the company of Stephen Hacker alongside me today. Stephen, it should be a tough matchup between two fierce in-state rivals.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting game here. Both teams are coming out looking to get a win and hope to squeeze into maybe one of the wild card positions. I think one of the key factors today is going to be quarterback Ashley Jackson of the Tulsa Desperados. She's been playing really good as of late, and if they can limit their turnovers today, I think they walk away with the win.
Jackson is one of the captains for the Desperados as they are on the field for the coin toss. And right off the top, I want to say a happy birthday to owner head coach of the Desperados, Dion Hawkins. Don't go anywhere. Kickoff is next. And we are just about set to go. Oklahoma City deferred to the second half and will kick off. So, Johnny Omega has the ball on the tee. He's got his hand in the air. The whistle goes, and it's game on from the Robbers Cave in Oklahoma City. And Charles Ball, dangerous return man for Tulsa, will be bottled up at the 28-yard line. Here is the starting offense for the Tulsa Desperados. Quarterback is Ashley Jackson. Wide receivers, Stephen Bush, Mike Osai, and Corey Jones. Running back, Sanzo Robinson. Tight end, Anthony Mosley. And they are in white helmets, white jerseys, silver pants with orange and green trim. High snap on first down. Jackson corrals it and fires to the far side, and that's complete up to the 44-yard line. First catch of the day out there for Corey Jones.
Yeah, Corey Jones, one of the three offensive weapons at wide receiver for the Desperados. He gets a pretty good target volume every week. Expect to see him involved all game long.
An immediate long gain on first down sets up first and center of the Tulsa 44. Empty backfield, four wide receivers and a tight end as the box is stacked for the Renegades, and over the middle, complete for 8 yards again. This time, Mike Osai picks up a catch, second down and 2.
Three good receivers for this Desperados team. Mike Osai has 32 receptions for 540 yards on the year.
Mike Osai is one of the longest tenured players in the Simulation Football League. And here's a run up the middle for Sanzo Robinson. First carry of the day for him as he breaks into Oklahoma City territory and gets to the 38. But Mike Osai, 7 seasons in the league, but his first with the Tulsa Desperados after spending time with the Baltimore Crabs and the Dallas Lobos.
He's currently 13th all-time on the SFL receiving list. So a great player here on the Desperados offense.
All three receivers spread to the left on first and 10. Jackson, plenty of time in the pocket, scans the field and throws near side, and down the field goes Mike Osai, and he's inside the 20 out of the 16.
Yeah, and you just can't say enough good things about this guy. He just, he showed his veteran ability there, found an opening underneath the defense, caught it, and made a big play after the catch.
Now inside the SFL, presented by APM Music Red Zone for the first time today. Jackson pressured, and the ball is tipped at the point of contact and falls incomplete Good play there on the defensive end. Damon Malinsky is the defender. Here's the players to watch out for on the defensive side for the Renegades. Linebackers Dave Drury and John Gregory. Corners Ashley Rose Finch and Parker Thomas. Safeties Brady Clark and Thomasino Robin. And that's the crew trying to stop Ashley Jackson and this Dynamite Tulsa offense here in the first quarter. 8:54 remaining in the opening frame. 2nd and 10 from the 16-yard line as Tulsa tries to open the scoring here in the first quarter. Jackson to the far side, tipped and almost intercepted. It came off the shoulder of the defender. That was Parker the Hurricane Thomas, and it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Parker Thomas, that's going to be his 7th pass deflection on the season. Great showing here by the rookie in his inaugural season, coming out making a good impact for his team.
And only signed in week 5 and already has 7 passes defended. A fantastic rookie season for Thomas so far. Jackson alone in the backfield on 3rd and 10. Pressured, moves in the pocket, throws over the middle. It's deflected and caught and down to the goal line.
I thought he was going to get in there.
Stephen Bush made a pinball catch and then barreled his way inside the 1. He was stopped short of the goal line, so it'll be 1st and goal. From the ball, looks like it's almost resting inside the end zone. They'll flare 3 wide receivers out in more of a spread formation. But the ball is not going to go to Robinson. Jackson got an underhand in the back of the end zone, incomplete. It was in the hands of Corey Jones, but Jones was out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, and this close to the goal line, the field gets a little bit tighter. It's a smaller window to throw to, and just couldn't quite keep his feet in bounds. They're going to throw the challenge flag, but I do think that this the referee got the call right the first time. We'll take a look and see what happens.
Dion Hawkins throws the flag and try to use some of that birthday luck. We'll take a look at the replay and see if Corey Jones did in fact keep his feet in bounds. I'm with you, Steven. I don't think he did.
Maybe
looks like
he dragged the back foot.
Maybe. But and looks like the call will go against Tulsa. Play stands. It's going to be another chance for Tulsa, 2nd and goal, as they lose a timeout. Not too much of a big deal here in the first quarter.
Maybe like to see a trap or a draw play here to Sanzo Robinson.
Well, they are lined up in the eye. Watch for Big Buffalo Marshall, number 34, to be the lead blocker. He's the fullback in the middle of the formation. Jackson to Robinson, and he will barrel his way into the end zone for the Tulsa touchdown.
And that's why you have a running back. That's what you pay the guy to do is, get the work in the trenches and fight for those yards. And there you have it. First points of the game. And I really was impressed with Tulsa's momentum throughout their first possession there to be able to drive down the field the way they did. I thought they looked really good to start this game out. We'll see if they can continue with this momentum.
He was almost wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage, but the powerful legs of Sanzo Robinson means he's in for his 5th rushing touchdown of the season and 8th overall. Here is the kick attempt. Mark Mello is the kicker for Tulsa. He puts it up and through. So with 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first quarter, Tulsa 7, Oklahoma City nothing. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports. And Mark Mello is one of the many players in the Simulation Football League that have gone from the couch to the field this season. If you want to learn how to be a part of the Simulation Football League as a player, coach, even potentially an owner someday, or find out all of the other possibilities the Simulation Football League can offer, go to simulationfl.net and use the link to join our Discord. Return for the Renegades up to the 29-yard line, and that's where their offense will start for the first time today. Return woman is Ashley Rose Finch, and now here is Deacon Nickens, one of the longest tenured quarterbacks to ever be in the league. Well, a legend in his own right here. Handoff up the middle. He's going to go to Jason Williams on first down, and Williams has 8 yards. And Jason Williams is a story unto itself. Won 2 championships in 2 seasons with the Alaska Storm playing fullback, then got converted to running back and on a trip to Oklahoma City. His all-time yards for a season. There's a run for Williams that doesn't get very far. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, and Williams is, he's a versatile back. He caught a lot of passes out of the backfield for the Alaska Storm. He's also, he had quite a few rushing yards for them as well. So it was a kind of natural transition for him to move to running back for the Renegades. And
There's the fullback. There's a fullback dive. DJ Moses bursts through for a 1st down. It'll be 1st down at the Oklahoma City 47-yard line. And I'll take this time to run you through the key players on the Oklahoma City offense. Quarterback, Deacon Nickens. Running back, Jason Williams. Fullback, DJ Moses II. Wide receiving core, Alonzo Bamba, Ermac Jackson, and Joe Clark Jr. And the 11-season veteran at tight end is Tiberius Bovine.
And number 2 all-time on the receiving list is Bovine. He's a great character for this Renegades and the stable for their offense.
Nickens across the middle, caught right at midfield, and forward progress will take him to the 49-yard line. Catch is made by Joe Clark Jr. He's another couch-to-field player, signed in Week 8. So only 2 weeks ago, and he's already on the field making catches for Oklahoma City. 2nd and 6 for the Renegades. Another fullback dive, and Moses gets wrapped up for a gain of just about nothing. Good stop on the play.
And we'll see what Oklahoma City can do, Michael. On the season, they're 44% on 3rd down. So, I think that's a key to their game here today is can they convert on 3rd downs when they get in those situations and keep their drives alive?
Well, a 3rd and 6 situation focusing the normally run-heavy Oklahoma City team. They're going to throw. 7-step drop for Nickens. He's going to throw deep down the field, and it's intercepted. Taken away on the back end. He was looking for Ermac Jackson, and it was intercepted by Charles Ball.
Yeah, Charles Ball's a threat back there as he knocks over the ref, but he's a threat for the secondary, and that's going to be his 3rd interception on the season.
And he was an interception machine when he first signed to the Tulsa Desperados in his rookie season, that being 4 seasons ago. And he's increased those numbers ever since. 1st and 10, handoff Robinson with plenty of room to run through the middle, gets 7 yards.
I like the change of pace there. Jackson's come out throwing this game, but I think they have Sanzo Robinson, who I'd like to get involved. He's the Tulsa Desperados, they average only 77 rushing yards a game. I'd like to see him maybe get up closer to the century mark.
High formation single receiver on 2nd and 3. Just over 5 minutes to play 1st quarter. Here's a handoff Robinson. He runs around run defender, puts his shoulder through another, and gets up to the 40 for a 10-yard gain.
He's looking strong. Like I said, if Oklahoma City's not going to slow him down, I keep handing them the ball until they elect to try to stop the run.
Went straight through Thomasina Robin, who came down from the safety spot to try and make the tackle. 1st and 10, Tulsa from their own 40, going right to left in the 1st quarter. High formation. Jackson to throw. Throws to the near side and complete for a 1st down. Give 11 yards to Corey Jones.
And a great throw there. I think the receiver had room to turn upfield, but just couldn't quite keep his composure. But, Tulsa's coming out and continuing from their 1st drive and just still looks good here. I mean, they're already at midfield, and it's only been a couple of plays. Let's see if they can finish off and get points on this drive, too.
Offset eye. 2 receivers right, single left at midfield, 1st and 10. Jackson, delayed handoff to Robinson, and Robinson only gets 1, and he's driven back. Tremendous tackle on the play.
Yeah, big play by the linebacker, Day Drury, to step up and fill the gap for the defense. You know, they're going to need good play out of their linebacker and their front seven in this game.
2nd down and 9, and it's going to be really important for Oklahoma City to force Tulsa into 3rd and long situations. Jackson has all day, throws underneath, and plenty of room to run is Robinson. He gets 9. It'll be 3rd and 1 at the Oklahoma City 40.
A nice little tackle at the end of that play. Elvis Schumacher, the big hit that stopped that play from getting the first down.
I formation. This is the same play, the same formation that they scored the touchdown on the previous drive. Jackson reads the defense, changes the play at the line. Handoff. Robinson, plenty of room to run. 1st down and more up to the 36. And this Oklahoma City team, 2nd to last, unfortunately, in points allowed per game. And right now, it's easy pickings for Tulsa, both running and throwing.
Yeah, Tulsa looks unstoppable right now.
1st and 10 from the Renegade 36. Jackson 5-step drop, throws near side, and that is complete for 4 yards. Jones taps the toes.
And they're going to continue to keep their rhythm. I mean, Oklahoma City's not really applying any pressure to their offense, and it's pretty much whatever the Desperados want to do, they're doing.
You see a shot of Ashley Rose Finch there. Had a 9 tackle performance last week in the loss to Baltimore.
Let's see if Tulsa goes deep here.
Jackson
Receiver
looking
open.
deep. Receiver open! And you called it, Steven. Touchdown, Tulsa. Corey Jones had 10 yards between him and the nearest defender, and the ball has no sign of life.
Great recognition by Ashley Jackson. The defense was showing a blitz, and yep, Corey Jones just got right behind the secondary, and there was nobody near him. Easy pitch and catch for a touchdown.
So Tulsa doubles the lead, or is it rather an extra point away from doubling the lead. Mark Mello steps up to knock this one through. High snap, but corralled and put right down the middle. So with 2:26 to go in the 1st quarter, Tulsa leads Oklahoma City 14-0. We'll be back after this. This is the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on 11 Sports. Welcome back to Robbers Cave Stadium in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Michael Trillo, Stephen Hacker on the call for this one, as the kick is away from Mark Mello. Ashley Rose Finch back deep to receive for the Oklahoma City Renegades, down 14-0 in the 1st quarter, and Finch only gets up to the 28-yard line. Here's the wild card race. Top 10 teams in this 21-team league get into the playoffs, and with only 4 games left, including this one, it is heating up. And Tulsa not on that list, but they are 13th, right outside London. And you see a very tight race for the final 4 playoff spots, and it will unfold over the next couple of weeks. Nickens throws, diving attempt incomplete, as a little bit of misdirection worked on the receiver side, but Nickens just put it a bit too far in front of Tiberius Bovine.
Yeah, that's a play that usually works for the Renegades. Unfortunate the incompletion there.
And I'm seeing, Stephen, a lot of what happened last week in the Oklahoma City game. I'll finish my thought after this 2nd and 10. As Nickens has an offset eye behind him, he's going to hand the fullback dive off to Moses, and DJ Moses breaks free and is out to midfield.
Great recognition, great blocking up front, springs the hole for the fullback to get out there and get a big gain. And if he had just got past the safety, it would have been to the house.
Great awareness and waiting for blocks by DJ Moses, who only has one touchdown on the season, and that run actually took him over 200 yards rushing for the season. Handoff to Williams. Williams dives forward for 5. So the point I was going to make before the last run is that in Oklahoma City's game against Baltimore, which I called last week, Oklahoma City seemed to just fall into this rut of run, and then on 3rd and long, throw deep and get intercepted. Nickens threw 5 interceptions a week ago. 2nd and 5 from the Tulsa 45. Nickens drops back, floats it over the middle into traffic, and it's incomplete off the hands of the defender, as Nickens maybe wanted a pass interference call there, but no flag flies.
Yeah, now here it is again. It's a 3rd and 5. Pretty much a passing situation. Can they convert here and give themselves a fresh set of downs?
I formation, 2 receivers right. Nickens under center. Tulsa showing blitz, but they only rush 4. Nickens fires downfield, and it's caught and behind the defense and walking into the end zone for an Oklahoma City touchdown.
Great throw.
Jackson.
Beautiful, beautiful throw. I mean, the coverage was there. He was close, but it was just put right on the spot for Ermac Jackson to catch and take into the end zone.
Just out of the reach of Kanye Rockefeller would have been his 3rd interception of the season, but instead, it's Ermac Jackson's 1st touchdown reception of the year. And Oklahoma City responds to a long touchdown by Ashley Jackson with one of their own. And it'll be a 1-score game after Johnny Omega puts this one up and through. And it is good. So with 1:14 left to go in the first, Oklahoma City clawing their way back into this one. It's 7-14. This is the SFL presented by APM Music on 11 Sports. Michael Cirillo, Stephen Hacker back in Oklahoma City, where the hometown Renegades just responded to a barrage of points early by the Tulsa Desperados. It's now 14-7 Tulsa lead. In today's battle for Oklahoma on the gridiron, and Charles Ball breaks free. Charles Ball running down the field. Breakaway speed to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Put it on the board. Charles Ball, return touchdown extraordinaire, strikes again.
Yeah, and you hinted at it earlier that when this guy joined the league, he was making plays right out the gate, and here he is just continuing to make plays. Just adds to his highlight reel. The guy's just a human highlight reel. Every week he's a threat to score, whether it's on defense or the special teams.
And you just see he's got so much breakaway speed down the line. Once he squirts past the 1st or 2nd level of defenders, it's more likely that he takes it to the house than not. And that's disaster for Oklahoma City, who just looked like they were getting themselves back into this game. And I guess, luckily enough for them, it's still the first quarter, 1 second to go in it, as Mark Mello lines up for his 3rd extra point of the quarter. Kick is up, and it is good. 1 second to go, first quarter. Tulsa 21, Oklahoma City 7. And just like that, the pendulum swings back to the teal and red. If you like what you see, give the SFL a like on Instagram. Give our partners Nation's Best Football a like while you're there as well. And also follow the SFL on other social media platforms, that being Twitter and Facebook, also at Simulation FL. And never miss a moment of the action as Ashley Rose Finch, her best return of the day out to the 32. Under a minute to go, first quarter, Oklahoma City back on offense. And the last drive for the Renegades was more of what we want to see from Oklahoma City if they're going to be effective in today's game and maybe make a late run of the playoffs down the stretch.
Yeah, but I don't know here with, I don't know if they're going to be able to keep going downfield like that. They're going to have to get the running game going a little bit better. I mean, Moses has looked good, but Williams is definitely going to need to get a little bit better. Oh,
what a great catch and double coverage by Ermac Jackson. He is definitely the main receiving threat for this Oklahoma City team, and he's up past midfield already.
As I say, you can't rely on the deep pass. They go and they throw a deep pass while he's double covered, and another great throw by Deacon Nickens squeezes it into a tight window.
And the problem with going deep all the time is you see the chat back there. They are responding to the return touchdown by Charles Ball. If you want to get involved in the chat and talk to players in the league, owners, coaches, and even us in the booth, go to twitch.tv/11sportsnext to join in on the fun. Pass over the middle, diving attempt incomplete. Intended for Jackson again. And
Yeah. You'd like to see that one completed.
And again, that's just a little bit too far in front of the intended receiver. If that's on a dime, he has a blocker out front. That could be going for 6.
Yeah, a little bit of a rub route there. It was great play design, got the receiver open, just unfortunately a bad throw.
See the stats for Deacon Nickens. Already he's past 2,000 yards for the season. Only needed 23 yards coming into today. Here is a handoff to Jason Williams, and Williams gets 2, sets up another passing situation, 3rd and 8. Although I think we'll let the quarter end before we'll have any further doings on the football field. The first quarter comes to a close. It's Tulsa 21, Oklahoma City 7. We'll be back after the break. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports. Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on 11 Sports is presented by APM Music, Production Music Library and Custom Music House, and brought to you in part by Fuel Beyond Imagination. Visit the all-new SFL Interactive.net today. By Matt Doyle Designs, the official branding partner of the SFL. And by Media Tech Institute. Turn your passion into your profession. Aerial shots brought to you by AirViews, united by drone. Visit airviews.com to see more drone footage. And back inside Robbers Cave Stadium in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Michael Cirillo and Stephen Hacker in the booth for you here as we start the second quarter. A lot of points, a lot of offense in the first quarter, and could be a shootout here in Oklahoma City today. Deacon Nickens on 3rd and 8. He runs into his own receiver. Mattil completes it behind the defense. It's a second long touchdown for Ermac Jackson.
And Ermac Jackson seems to have Kanye Rockefeller's number today. And Deacon Nickens is just taking the shots, and Jackson's getting open. So, like you said, Michael, this could be a shootout.
Deacon Nickens ran into his own running back, Jason Williams, but still somehow found the arm strength to loft the ball over Kanye Rockefeller's hands and into the hands of Ermac Jackson, and we've got ourselves a one-score game.
Interesting, the coverage was there. Two defenders, they were fighting over the ball, and they kind of knocked each other out of the play. Very, very fortunate here, and Oklahoma City's keeping it close.
Kick is up and good from Omega. 10:54 to go, second quarter. Oklahoma City 14, Tulsa 21. This is the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on 11 Sports. And this is kind of what we expected coming into the game. And don't forget, this is not it in terms of SFL action is concerned. We've got games for you at 5 o'clock Eastern, 7:30 Eastern, and 10:30 Eastern, all on the 11 Sports Network. Keep it right here. We got Simulation FL all on this Sunday for you. A beautiful football Sunday it is. Charles Ball cannot get past the 28-yard line this time. And for the first time, and it seems like forever, we're going to see Ashley Jackson in the Tulsa offense.
Yep, and we're counting down to the playoffs. So these last couple of weeks are really, really important for those teams that are right there on the fringe, and even teams that are just trying to secure their place at the top of the leaderboard.
And both of these teams have 4 games to go, including this one, as Jackson hands off to Robinson, bounces off a tackle, and will fall forward for 6. So we got 4 games to go, including this one. And as you see the top 6 on your screen, Baltimore and Seattle 8-1, Denver 7-1, Tallahassee, Mexico City, Chicago all in the mix for the quarterfinal buys. Second out of 4. Jackson changes the play. I formation behind her. She's going to throw on second down. Plenty of time. Just checks it down to Robinson. And Robinson, with plenty of room to run, picks up a first to the 43. Both of these teams really have to win out the last 4 games to have any shot at making it. Tulsa currently at 3-5, Oklahoma City at 2-6. Last season, we had 6-6 teams making the playoffs in what was an absolutely wild last weekend. But I think this season, maybe 6-6 might not be enough.
Yeah, some of the teams at the top of the leaderboard right now, they've got a lot of wins, and then even down, if you look at the wild card race, that even those teams, they're at quite a few wins. So it's going to be tough for some other teams to squeeze in there. Based on strength of schedule, strength of victory, and all those things that our commissioner has to sort through whenever he's determining who makes the playoffs. But being tied or being 6-6 this year, it doesn't look like that's going to be enough to get you in.
You see the wild card race. Both of these teams just below that graphic. Tulsa 13th, Oklahoma City 16th. Jackson goes deep, complete in double coverage, into the Renegades half of the field, out of the 36-yard line. Good catch by tight end Anthony Mosley, his first of the game.
Yeah, Jackson likes to spread the ball around in this offense. I look down at the receptions on the season for their wide receivers: 39 for Bush, 43 for Jones, 32 for Osai, 34 for Mosley. So, she's got a lot of weapons and she knows how to spread it out and get it to everybody on the field to keep everybody involved.
First and 10 inside the Renegade territory. Jackson to the far side, complete. Corey Jones trying to turn upfield, and he does. Fights off 2 defenders and picks up 11 to move the chains again.
And Tulsa has been a team that's been struggling on third down as well. But tonight they haven't even really been in a lot of third down situations. It seems like first and second down is all that they need to move the chain.
Yeah, this Tulsa team has been very hot and cold this season. Last week, they fell in a very tight contest, 21-17 to Charleston. Handoff. Robinson hit in the backfield, dropped for a loss. And because of Charleston's win last night, that looks like not as bad of a loss as we might have thought. As Gib Lee Dew picks up a tackle for loss, continues his league-leading tackle for loss. That's his 25th on the season.
And that was linebacker Dave Drury that made that play for the Renegades.
Excuse me, that was Dave Drury. Handoff, third down and 10 as Robinson only gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
And then I actually got it wrong. It was John Gingrey.
I did talk about Gib Lee Dew. He does play in this game for Tulsa, and he does lead the league in tackles for loss, but is also second in sacks behind Rhett Sawyer. I'm sure we'll see him in the Oklahoma City backfield before long. Deep fly, Jackson, diving catch, incomplete.
Unfortunate, hit him in the hands, couldn't quite reel it in, and I wanted to highlight Gib Lee Dew because I don't think the guys that fight down the trenches get enough recognition. He had like a 6-sack game earlier this season where he also had a safety, and it was a rare occasion where a defensive player actually won player of the game. I had the honor of broadcasting that game, and it was a great effort by him, a single player effort in that game because he pretty much led his team to a victory on the defensive side of the ball. It was a great effort.
Mark Mello to extend the lead from 42. Good. Right down Main Street. And we'll take a break. The Tulsa Desperados up 10 on Oklahoma City, 24-14. Stay with us. This is the SFL presented by APM Music on 11 Sports. Back in Oklahoma City at Robbers Cave Stadium, the Renegades are trying to hang with the Tulsa Desperados, down by 10 here, about quarter of the way through the second quarter. Mello kicks the ball away. Ashley Rose Finch from her own 10-yard line spins out of way of one tackle and gets to the 31. And both offenses in this game have really shown their ability to make big plays down the field. The only thing that separates the teams currently is a Charles Ball kick return touchdown.
And I was thinking in my head just now, man, I'd really like to see Oklahoma run the ball, but the big play is working for them. So, heck, keep up with the aggressiveness. It's paying off for you right now.
Well, here's a run from Jason Williams. He's bottled up and dropped after a gain of only 3. Tackle made by Espen Real, and he now only needs 8 more for 700 tackles on his career. So that's the Espen Real watch today. We'll see if he gets to 9 tackles.
Yeah, he's currently 7th all-time in tackles, so wouldn't move his positioning up, but a 700 career tackles is a huge milestone for any player.
I formation, Nickens going to throw. Pressure in his face, gets the pass away, and it's complete. And room to run for Mac Jackson as he gets inside Tulsa territory. Actually, that's Tiberius Bovine out to the Tulsa 45.
Yeah, they ran that play earlier, and Nickens overthrew Bovine. This time you see what it looks like when they actually complete it. And this is a play that they love to run. This is something they run week in and week out. They have great success with that play.
Fresh set of downs for Oklahoma City inside Desperado territory. Nickens under center. Looks at a blitz, but they'll back off. And throws over the middle, and it's almost intercepted. Nate Heslop had 2 chances at that one, but the ball eventually strikes the turf, and it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Heslop has 6 pass defenses on the season with only 1 interception. This combo of corners, though, they right now combined for 21 pass deflections on the season. So they're tough. They're tough corners to throw on.
That is definitely helped by the other corner, Dante West, who leads the league in passes defended at 14. Here's the fullback dive. Moses can't get away from the bear hug of a tackle that was put on him by Ben Davis Jr., the outside linebacker.
Plenty of time here for Oklahoma City, but they have to get this first down. They need to get first downs. There's plenty of time for them to move down and score some points.
Again, another 3rd down and long situation that kind of warrants a deep pass, and Tulsa's sitting a lot of defenders back there, but Nickens is going to throw, and it's incomplete. Charles Ball knocked it away from Tiberius Bovine, 4th down.
And they're trying to dial up that trusty play, that post. Unfortunately, the defense was there this time. Couldn't quite get the throw in where it needed to be. 42-yard line, that's going to be too far for a field goal, so we'll see the punter come out.
First punt of the day for Cortland Weaver. He will stand at his own 45 and try and pin the Desperados deep. High, short kick, bounces inside the 10, and it's going to be fumbled by the gunner and roll into the end zone. Follow the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL and use the hashtag #MakeAnImpact to connect with us on social media. And while you're there, follow us on Facebook and Instagram as well, both at SimulationFL. Never miss a moment. Tulsa back on offense, up by 10 at their own 20. And the Oklahoma City defense really hasn't had an answer for Ashley Jackson in that receiving core yet today. Jackson to throw on 1st down. Throws it over the middle and throws an air-mailed interception at the 25. Jay Drury, first pick of the year.
Yeah, great job by the linebacker to realize where the quarterback was going with the ball, to step in front of it. Ooh, nice little interception. And, now you're in good scoring position if you're the Oklahoma City Renegades. You just, you got to figure out what's going to work for you here. Maybe hand off a couple of times to your running back, Jason Williams, and then try to find Bovine on that crossing route.
17th interception of the season for Ashley Jackson. And this one puts the Renegades in scoring range at the 25. Nickens, handoff, Moses. Moses breaks away from a tackle, breaks away from a 2nd tackle, and a stiff arm gets him 12 and a 1st down to the 15-yard line. Oh my, what a run.
Yeah, Moses came into this game with only 193 yards on the season and is getting quite the workload here tonight and is making the most of his opportunities. I like what I'm seeing out of him so far.
Just inside the 15-yard line, it's Oklahoma City's first trip to the red zone in the ball game. Here's a run. It's Moses. This time he only gets 2. And I don't think if you're Oklahoma City, you really want to settle for a field goal here. You got to take a couple of shots at the end zone.
Yeah, you got to draw up something really nice, something trusty. Like I said, that crossing pattern to Bovine, I think right here would be really nice. Yep, the corners are off the line. Let's see if they go to it.
No, it's going to be Williams. Williams breaking through and almost picking up a 1st down. He got 7, needed 8, 3rd and 1 as the ball rests on the 5-yard line. That's maybe the most impressive run for Jason Williams tonight.
Yeah, a little bit of a slow start for him, but I think important right now is to get the first down. I know a lot of people want to go for the end zone, but if it's me, I want the first down and a fresh set to give myself 3 more opportunities to get a touchdown.
And they will
Good play
do
call.
just that. And the fullback dive gets the yard needed. Moses picks it up, first and goal from the 4, and now is when you take a shot at the end zone.
Yeah, I love the play design there. I love what they decided to do. Instead of going for the 6, you got the first, and now you can go with some plays that you know are going to work for you. Take a couple of chances.
Williams alone in the backfield, 3 receivers for Nickens. And Williams spins away from a tackle and falls forward for a yard. Second down and goal from the 3. And Davis makes the tackle.
3.7 a carry will get the job done. You have to play really good defense, and you have to have the big plays going as well. But again, if you're going to run the ball, I'd like to see maybe up around 5 yards a carry. That'd be great.
Second and goal, fullback dive. Moses stuffed to the line. Espen Real needs 7 tackles for 700.
And that much closer to hitting the milestone. But even more interesting, I think, is Tulsa standing up strong on this drive. I think Oklahoma City needs to pull something out and go to a play that's going to work for them here. Back-to-back runs didn't work.
And no passes inside the red zone for the Renegades. It's been 5 straight runs. Third down and goal from the 3. It's going to be 6 straight runs. And Williams gets away and gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I challenged him. I said, run what's going to work for you. And they drew up a run play, and it worked for him. So, I guess good job by the offensive coaching staff to realize what your strength is and put the offense in for the 6 points. And that much closer now. It's a 3-point ball game, depending on the extra point.
That is Jason Williams showing off the fullback power. Remember, he was a fullback in Alaska for a couple of seasons. And he skirted away from 2 tacklers and dove into the painted turf. And Oklahoma City is an extra point away from just being down by 3. And at the beginning of this game, as Omega low snap, it's blocked! The snap was terrible. It had to be corralled and into the backfield. Gets the Tulsa defense and blocks the extra point.
I think that player needs to check his face mask because the kick might have dented it in. I mean, he just got hit square in the face to block the extra point. That was a botched play and unfortunate for the Renegades. You needed the point there.
Oh. Well, the point I was going to make before that still stands, that I thought at 14-0 and Tulsa with the ball again, it was going to be an absolute blowout. Here's Charles Ball. He'll get cut down to the 29. But it's been very good, resolute play from Oklahoma City on both sides of the ball to fight back into this one and only be down 4, approaching the 2-minute warning of the first half. Jackson back on the field after throwing an interception on the previous possession. Starting from her own 29-yard line. Here's a handoff to Sanzo Robinson, gets a block, and we'll get 5 yards on first down. And I don't think we've mentioned enough the linebacking core of this Oklahoma City team and all the work they do, Dave Drury and John Gregory.
Yeah, Gregory does a lot of work on and off the field. He's also the GM of the Renegades, so works hard on the field on game day and then works hard on the field during the off time.
Handoff, Robinson met in the backfield and dropped. Day Drury tackle for loss, and it's 3rd and 6. And will we get a play before the 2-minute warning? No, we're gonna let the clock run down and stop at 2 to go. Tulsa 24, Oklahoma City 20. We'll be back after the break. To the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on 11 Sports. 2 minutes to play in the first half of this one. Tulsa 24, Oklahoma City 20. Ashley Jackson of the Renegades facing a 3rd down and 6. 4 receivers to aim at. Jackson steps up, throws, and completes. Perfectly placed for Stephen Bush and hangs on through contact, 1st down.
Yeah, again, spreading the ball out to all the receivers, keeping everybody happy. I'm surprised they're not rushing a little bit. I mean, I know they're in the lead, but surprised they didn't go no huddle there. Catching, I thought they were in a good formation.
They're going to go with a bunch formation, 3 receivers to the right of Jackson under center. Just a single receiver left. Jackson can look to the near side of the underneath route, and Stephen Bush trips and falls over. Still makes the catch and gains 4. As they wait for everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they'll go up tempo. Jackson over the middle. Almost picked again. John Gregory knocked it down. It's 3rd and 6.
No huddle again, interesting.
Jackson, near side. Bush turns the corner and picks up a 1st down into Oklahoma City territory. Just over a minute left. Remember, Tulsa has 2 timeouts. But they like the look of this bunch formation. Jackson, plenty of time over the middle. Caught by Corey Jones. And timeout Tulsa inside the 30.
What a dime by Ashley Jackson. I mean, this is just a great throw. Tight spiral, boom, right where it needed to be. Mismatch on the coverage, and she recognized it and got the 1st down.
And now, with 54 seconds to go in the half and a timeout, Tulsa could really take their time here and try and dial up a play to the end zone. Mike Osai and Corey Jones have been deep threats all game long. But it's in the I formation here on 1st and 10. Jackson got a hand off to Robinson. Robinson skates away from 1 tackle and picks up 6. And they'll go up tempo in this I formation. Barely getting back on sides is one of the defensive linemen, and Robinson trying to take advantage of it, but a big hit stops him short of the 1st down. John Gregory, another tackle. And again,
wasting time.
A player for Oklahoma City way on the wrong side of the ball. Robinson 1st down to the 11, 23 seconds to go. And when does Tulsa take their last time out here? It's right now a good use of burning the clock at the end of the half. Robinson up the middle. Oh, and he's hit and dropped at the 3. Could not get in the end zone. And Tulsa takes their final time out of the half.
Would have been a great play if he could have just finished that one off. But, yep, had to use the last time out. We'll see if they elect to kick the field goal with only 12 seconds remaining or if they want to run one play.
And Mark Mello is out on the field. They will go for the 7-point lead going into the break. The holder is Charles Robinson, the backup quarterback. He is at the 11-yard line. Kick on the way. Good from 20 yards. And Tulsa has a 7-point lead with 10 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, about as easy as a field goal attempt as you're going to get in your career, Mr. Mello. So enjoy that one.
Kick all the way, remember. Just 10 seconds to go for the half. This is likely the last action of the first half, but there will be 5 seconds after the Ashley Rose Finch return out to the 32-yard line. And I think that maybe just a run from Williams or Moses and head to the half. But if you've liked what you've seen so far and want to be a player on the field, go to simulationfl.net and join our Discord server. Use the introductions and welcome channel. You can be on the field as soon as next week, as here's a run. DJ Moses, timeout. There's 1 second left and they're up near midfield.
Wow, and that's a fullback that can scoot there. I mean, there wasn't that much time left on the game clock, and he got a first down a little bit more, and then there's still time for them to take a shot downfield. I was going to say before that play that I would have actually liked to seen a shot be taken with Ermac Jackson deep down the field. So let's see if they go to that here.
Nickens in the huddle trying to dial something up. 1 second left. This will be the last action of the first half, and they're in the Hail Mary formation. It's going to take a long while for those receivers to get down to the end zone. Let's see if the offensive line holds. It does, and Nickens has to escape and throws it out of bounds, and that'll be the end of the first half. 2 quarters down, 2 to go here from Oklahoma City, and the hometown Renegades trail the Tulsa Desperados 27-20. As we head to the break, this is the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on 11 Sports. And Steven, as we head to halftime, an exciting first half, a lot of points scored between these two teams. And the difference still is the Charles Ball return touchdown on a kickoff.
Yeah, it just shows you what a premier, kick returner and a defensive back can do for your team. One of my key points to this game was Ashley Jackson playing turnover-free ball, and I thought that it was an indicator that if they played that way, that Tulsa could walk away with the win here today. But Oklahoma City really is surprising me with how well that they're playing. Now, the blocked extra point kind of hurts their case, but Oklahoma City has looked really strong here today. Their game plan is working against this Desperado defense. So, at this point, it's anybody's ball game, even though Tulsa has a 7-point lead. That could change very, very quickly.
We saw it change very quickly in the first half as Tulsa went out quickly, got a 14-0 lead, but then Oklahoma City came back with a touchdown of their own. Then Charles Ball had a return touchdown, and it's just been back and forth between these two in-state rivals. Meeting for the first time this season, they do meet again in the final weekend of the season. So these two teams will be very familiar with each other in the last 4 weeks as we see Charles Ball's run for a touchdown on the kickoff return.
Yeah, just explosive. I can remember, like I said, some of his highlights and the plays that he makes. He's just, he's a really fun player to watch. Ermac Jackson, yeah, he's been explosive today as well.
Ermac Jackson has 2 touchdowns. There's the first of them. Mark Mello hasn't had to do much, but he's been impressive for the kicking spot for Tulsa.
That was a close one on that replay. He was hanging that one right a little bit. But still an impressive day for him.
And Deacon Nickens as well in the first half, getting over 2,000 yards for the season and increasing his total touchdown passes on the year to 9. And a bit of interesting play calling I do want to talk about for Oklahoma City is once they got in the red zone after the interception, they chose to run the ball 6 times in a row, capped off by this run by Jason Williams to get it into the end zone. But at the time, we were questioning the play calling because they had a 1st and goal from the 4 and then kept running it up the middle.
Yeah, and again, sometimes, we as broadcasters, we're spectators as well. The Oklahoma City Renegades, they know what they want to do on offense. So good for them for sticking with their strategy because it paid off for them.
And as you see right here, the most impressive player in this first half for me was DJ Moses, as he got more carries than Williams did and has more rushing yards. But we are just about set to start the second half from Robbers Cave Stadium in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Michael Trevello, Stephen Hacker, live on location in Oklahoma City for the Simulation Football League's Week 10 Sunday slate kickoff here. And Mark Mello has the ball on the tee, and it'll be a beautiful opportunity for Deacon Nickens and the rest of the Renegade offense to get the ball first in this half, but we're underway again. Second half of football begins now. Ashley Rose Finch spins away and has open field.
Here we go.
Let me God to the 40, to the 30. Nobody's going to catch her. Ashley Rose Finch, says Charles Ball. I'll see you one. I'll raise you one. Extra point away from tying the game.
And how about that for the Renegades? Right back in this ball game. Extra point pending, and it's tied 0-0. And it's a fresh start. A fresh start now for the Renegades. Like I said, this game is not out of reach. You can make anything happen, and just a great effort by Rose Finch to get her team back in this ball game.
an amazing group effort to block by Oklahoma City. As you saw, about 9 blue shirts collapse on the Tulsa kicking unit in front of Ashley Rose Finch, and all she had to do was make one man miss and was gone the rest of the way. And remember, extra points not a given. The last extra point from Johnny Omega was blocked due to a low snap, so we'll see how this one hangs out. This time it is up and good. So with 10 minutes and 48 seconds to go, we've got a brand new ball game. Oklahoma City 27, Tulsa 27. We'll be back after the break. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports. Michael Cirillo, Stephen Hacker back in Oklahoma City at Robbers Cave, and an explosive start to the second half. And if you're sitting at home wondering, if you could be on the field, and anybody can be a player in the SFL, we have so much girl power on the field right now as Charles Ball gets up to the 30, and there's a penalty flag on the play. 3 female players on the field today. Ashley Jackson, quarterback for the Tulsa Desperados. We have the infamous clipping call against Tulsa. So that'll back the Desperados up deep in their own territory to start the game. But Ashley Jackson, quarterback for Tulsa, and then Ashley Rose Finch, returner and cornerback for the Renegades, and also on the Renegades, safety Thomasina Rahman, who has 2 tackles in this game. Anybody can be a player in the Simulation Football League. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Tulsa backed up deep. Ashley Jackson under center. 3-step drop, pressure coming, and the ball is tipped at the point of contact and incomplete. Matt Stratton got in there and blocked it up.
Yeah, definitely a lot of girl power in this league. I mean, anybody can get out there. From the couch to the field. We're an inclusive league. We want everybody to be involved, and if you got interest, get involved in our Discord, and we'll get you out on the field.
And the website you go to is simulationfl.net. Click on the Discord link and get involved. 2nd and 10 after the broken up pass. Jackson deep over the middle. What a diving deflection from Day Drury.
Deep down the field in coverage for the linebacker was easily 15+ yards down the field to make that play. Not exactly where I'd like to see my linebacker making plays. I'd like to see that be a safety or a corner, but a great effort there.
You usually don't want to see your linebacker matched up on a wide receiver 30 yards downfield, but sometimes it works. 3rd and 10. Jackson throws, and wide open to the far side is Mike Osai. Broken coverage, 1st down. Tulsa at the 34.
Yeah, good route by the veteran again. This guy's been doing it for a while. He's right on top of his abilities and just boop right over the top of the corner. And I think he faked him out. Thought the corner probably thought he was going to run an out route, and he ran a corner route instead. And it was a great throw to get it over the top and gets a 1st down.
Parker Thomas, the victim of a dime by Ashley Jackson on the last play. 1st and 10, Desperados from the 34. It's a brand new tied ball game here in Oklahoma City as Sonzo Robinson takes a 5-yard handoff to the 39. Under 10 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
I think it's going to be important to keep Sonzo Robinson involved and in rhythm. Getting 5 yards right there is going to be huge for your offense. Again, when you get in those 3rd down situations, you want it to be 3rd and short, not 3rd and long. And I think Sonzo Robinson's going to help you get to that position.
Here's a delayed handoff to Robinson, and the defense reads it perfectly. No yards on the play. And a tackle by Ethan Schwinder.
Back-to-back runs. You'd expect to get more than 5 yards with it, but here we are, 3rd and 5. Let's see what they go with here.
They're still in the I formation. 3 receivers in total, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Jackson drops back. Plenty of time to throw. Fires near side. Corey Jones keeps his feet in bounds and makes a twisting catch to move the chains to the 44.
Yeah, tough throw, but it was thrown in a way that only the receiver was going to get to it. Short and out of bounds. So great job by the receiver to corral it and get the first down.
Fresh set of downs for the Desperados at their own 44. Jackson under center, drops back to pass. Pressure coming. Throws down the field. Intercepted for the second time today. Had room to run. Ashley Rose Finch has a touchdown and now an interception. And Oklahoma City's in business at the Tulsa 38.
And Ashley Rose Finch is trying to make her case for player of the game here this week. Maybe if she can get another interception and take one to the house and get a pick 6, I mean, she'd be my vote for sure.
Now Deacon Nickens and company back on the field for the Renegades. And this is probably the most complete performance on both sides of the ball we've seen from Oklahoma City this year. 8:43 to go in the third. Nickens under center, 2 backs behind him, and he's going to drop back to throw. He's going to throw down the seam, and it's caught inside the red zone to the 17-yard line. It's Ermac Jackson again.
He's continuing to get open on these deep routes, and Deacon Nickens just continues to find them. Just, soft on the coverage and thrown right where it needed to be.
Back in the red zone. Remember last time Oklahoma City was here, they ran 6 straight run plays and bulldozed into the end zone. This time, Nickens in the gun. He's going to throw, moves to his left, throws, intercepted! Tulsa takes it right back and the drive ends. Ben Davis Jr., first career interception.
Ooh, and that was tough for the Renegades offense. That route that they like, that it's like a crossing route, but the linebacker kind of was privy to it and was waiting for it to be thrown and intercepted it and took it away, inside the red zone. So that's very unfortunate. Oklahoma City was trying to score points to take the lead, and now Tulsa has the ball, and they're going to try to take it down and score.
See the reaction from the chat out on Twitch TV/11 Sports Next. That's where you go if you want to join in the conversation, chat with players, coaches, owners, and of course up here in the broadcast booth as Jackson fires into double coverage. It's complete to Corey Jones up to the 26-yard line.
And that's a lot of responsibility being put on these linebackers to shut down the Desperado wide receivers, because they have a lot of weapons on the offensive side of the ball at receiver. And I don't know, it's been a tough day for the linebackers of Oklahoma City.
Handoff Robinson. Again, nowhere really to go as he's bottled up after only a gain of 3. Like the SFL on Facebook at Simulation FL. Give our Twitter and Instagram pages a follow while you're there. Jackson, 7-step drop, plenty of time. Now the pocket collapses, and she goes down.
Great coverage downfield. There was time to throw. Eventually the pocket broke down and collapsed upon Ashley Jackson, and that was a coverage sack there.
Damon Malinsky picks up the sack. It's 3rd and 12 and 5 wide for Tulsa. Jackson, pressure in her face, pass away, caught! They brought the blitz and got burned over the top. There goes Stephen Bush to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, 76-yard touchdown for Tulsa.
Did you see the hand? Because that's all it took to catch that ball was one hand, and then it was the legs of Stephen Bush that took it to the house. Spectacular play. Look at this grab. Whoop! Beautiful play. I guess those gloves really help out.
A little bit of stick him on the gloves never hurt anybody. And Stephen Bush with the speed, as one of the safeties came on the blitz and the other one broke the wrong way. And Stephen Bush was all alone. There's the reaction from the chat as Tulsa goes back on top in this seesaw back and forth battle here at the Robbers Cave today.
Yeah, see, Ashley Jackson has the touchdown with the popcorn emoji. She's enjoying this effort out there so far.
Tulsa takes the lead. Oklahoma City looking to respond after the break. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports. Back at Robbers Cave Stadium in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The hometown Renegades down by 7 here halfway through the third quarter. Ashley Rose Finch on the return. Almost bottled up and then gets it to the 30-yard line. Look at the team comparison in points per game, points allowed per game. Pretty much everything favors the Desperados, but right now, they're only up by 7, and the Renegades have proven that their offense can score points. First and 10, hand off to Williams, and Williams loses a yard. Good defense by Gib Lee Dew, increasing his lead across the tackle for loss leaderboard. That's his 25th of the season. He's second in sacks in the league with 14. The only player who's done it more is Rhett Sawyer of the Las Vegas Fury. Second and 11. Nickens in the gun. Delayed handoff. Williams, plenty of room to run. Tries to spin and gets 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, I like that one. It's unfortunate that it had to come on 2nd down because now it's 3rd and 5. A tough situation here, but if they draw up the right play, I think they need to get this 1st down. They can't punt here. That's not going to work for them.
Yeah, I've been missing that underneath route to Bovine. Let's see if they pull it out here. Nickens to the far side, complete. 1st down and more. Joe Clark Jr., he's been pretty much invisible since the 1st quarter, but he makes a catch to extend the drive to the Oklahoma City 43.
Yeah, I think that's 2 catches on 2 targets, but like you said, kind of invisible here in this game, but it's good to see him pick up a 1st down. Now Oklahoma City maybe needs to think about handing off to the fullback, Moses, and see what he can do.
It's been excellent play diversity from both teams in this ballgame. I formation handoff. Williams, room to run. He gets 8. Nice run on 1st down, and it took Kanye Rockefeller from the safety position coming up to make the tackle.
And good job by Rockefeller on the season with 59 tackles, 1 for a loss, 10 pass deflections, and 2 interceptions. He's also got 570 career tackles, which is good for 18th on the SFL all-time list.
Here's another handoff to Williams. Try to power forward for the 1st down. He will get there. Into Tulsa territory to the 46-yard line. And it's a slow grind, this Oklahoma City offense, but every once in a while, Deacon Nickens will pull the ball back and throw it over the top of your heads.
Yeah, as soon as you start committing to the run defensively, that's whenever Oklahoma City likes to throw it deep.
1st and 10. Here's another run. Williams off the left side, spins away from one tackle, but can't get away from the deluge of white jerseys that were crashing down upon him and only picks up 2.
What a ball game it's been. This has been a really, really good game here today. A great way to start off this SFL action. What did you say, Michael?
I said a deluge of white jerseys. Far side complete to the Tulsa 31, Ermac Jackson. As Jackson has had a really fantastic game, 2 touchdowns. He's been the feature receiver all game for the blue and red.
Yeah, and is continuously getting open for his quarterback.
Renegades approaching scoring range now at the 31-yard line. Nickens under center. Here comes the blitz, and they're going to run right through it with Moses, who picks up 6 yards on first down.
And continues to get 5+ every carry. I mean, I know he's probably averaging about 6 a carry now. Just a great effort today from him. And like I said, it's came into this game with not a whole lot of carries, and they're using him a lot here today, and I like to see that. He's looked really impressive.
Moses was averaging 4.5 yards a carry on the season. He has definitely extended that in this game. And here's Williams. He spins away from a tackler who was hard charging, and he picks up a first down to the 20-yard line, now officially back in the red zone.
Oklahoma City's looking really good on this drive. They're running the ball effectively, so I think that's going to set up a play-action pass sooner rather than later because of how effective their run has looked now. So expect to see that maybe a play action and a deep throw to Ermac Jackson right there, or maybe to Tiberius Bovine.
Watching that last play back in slow motion, I did not realize how big of a whiff that Kanye Rockefeller took on that tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Nickens throwing, end zone, touchdown! Oklahoma City! And you called it, Steven. Deep shot to Jackson.
Just a great throw to, nice little spiral to the left side, which, Deacon Nickens is left-handed, so it's his preferred side, and Jackson was open, got behind the corner. The safety didn't have time to react to get over there and just thrown right in the right spot. And now pinning the extra points to tie ball game.
Beautiful pass from Deacon Nickens. Dropped it right in the breadbasket of Ermac Jackson, and all Jackson had to do was walk across the goal line. And the kick is up and good from Omega. It's a tie ball game again. We'll be back after the break. This is the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on 11 Sports. Back at Robbers Cave Stadium in Oklahoma City, Michael Drillo, Stephen Hacker on the call for this one, and it's been an exciting and enthralling contest between the Tulsa Desperados and Oklahoma City Renegades. We're tied up at 34 with just over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Charles Ball, he already has a return touchdown today. He gets up to the 31-yard line, and right now, Kevin Irvine is standing by at SFL headquarters with all the news that's fit to print.
And a very warm welcome to you today, Cirillo. Yesterday, the SFL action got started. 2 great games. Charleston pushed Seattle into overtime, but the Tyrants hold on 20-17, and the Swarm held on to beat Carolina 33-23 to help improve their playoff positioning. Now back to Stephen and Michael in Oklahoma City. An exciting shootout here to start a great day of football on 11 Sports Sunday.
Thank you, Cam. A great day of football indeed as we cross over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. We've got 3 more games for you tonight after this one. Jackson on 2nd and 8 after the run. Robinson going to run again. Robinson has a lane and dragging defenders for 6 rather. You see the upcoming broadcast schedule. Got a game at 5. That's New Orleans and San Francisco. At 7:30, that's Las Vegas and Denver. And at 10 p.m. Eastern, that's Tallahassee and Houston, all here on the 11 Sports Network. So if you are disappointed with some of the other football going on today, don't change the channel from 11 Sports. You'll see the great SFL action all day long. Jackson, first down toss, complete to Will Danderson. That's a third-string tight end making a catch.
Yeah, and just looking at that list of games it's going to be on, I mean, I think all of those games can be competitive games. Would definitely be fun to watch. I mean, the first game, the next game up, San Francisco Sharks have looked pretty good the last couple of weeks. It'd be interesting to see how they play. The Pharaohs been kind of struggling this season, but they have offensive players that they can score points. So I think that could be a shootout.
Jackson to the far side. Oh, great recovery by Parker Thomas as he almost got burned, but was able to get back and knock the ball away.
Now at 8 pass deflections on the season. Again, he was signed back in week 5, so has continued to make an impact for his team on the defensive side of the ball, and he's matched up against number 1, number 2 wide receivers for every team. So good job as a rookie.
He's currently matched up one-on-one with Corey Jones. Here's a delayed handoff to Robinson, and Robinson goes backwards. Loses a yard in the backfield to John Gregory.
Yeah, Gregory's a leader in this locker room. You can rely on the guy week in and week out to make plays for your team. 48 tackles on the season, 8 tackles for a loss, 3 pass deflections, and has also got 1 interception.
5 wide on 3rd and 11. Can Jackson pull her team out of a sticky situation? And no! Another fantastic deflection over the middle of the field. This time from Elvis Schumacher, and the drive stalls for Tulsa.
Yeah, Schumacher comes out to help in this defensive formation, and he's pretty far down on the depth chart, but has stepped up quite a few times here today. Had a big hit earlier to stop a first down, and right there bats that one away and forces a punt.
And this is the first time we're seeing the Tulsa punter Ethan Ellis with 10 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter punt away from his own 30-yard line. Ashley Rose Finch trying to work away from some tackles. 2 seconds to go in the 3rd. We'll get 1 play before we go to the break. 1st and 10 for Oklahoma City. And as back and forth and crazy as this game has been, Oklahoma City has never led in this ball game. It's either been tied or Tulsa has been leading. So a chance to take the lead for the first time on this drive. Nickens under center. Drops to throw. Throws deep. Caught in traffic. Big catch out to the 44-yard liner, Matt Jackson. And we put your 4s up in the chat. We go to the 4th quarter. Tulsa 34, Oklahoma City 34. This is the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on the 11 Sports Network. Stay right with us. Today's Simulation Football League broadcast on 11 Sports is brought to you in part by Nation's Best Football, helping NFL, college, high school, and youth players help hashtag secure the bag. By ScoreStream, the official live scoring app of the Simulation Football League. By S13, custom esports jerseys and apparel and the exclusive SFL shop provider. And by Spygo, dedicated to the craft of audio. And aerial shots of the Oklahoma City area are brought to you by AirViews, united by Drone.com to see more drone footage. And 34-34, you can see the sweat on Michael Irvine's brow as he stands on the sideline. Michael Torillo and Stephen Hacker on the call for this one from Robbers Cave Stadium in Oklahoma City. Deacon Nickens has a 1st and 10 at the Oklahoma City 44. Trying to lead his team to a comeback victory, and Moses, that's the first time he's gone for no yards today as he stopped the line of scrimmage. And both of these teams today, Stephen, have come out and played like their season is on the line, which it really is for both of these squads.
Yeah, both teams are needing to reel off quite a large win streak here to have a shot at getting into the playoffs. But, both offenses came out ready to go.
We have seen that here today, a combined 68 points through the first 3 quarters of action, and we still got 11 minutes to go. Nickens on 2nd and 10, drops back to pass, has to step up in the pocket, and he goes down. First sack of the day for Tulsa, and it's Ghibli Dew.
Yeah, and Ghibli Dew is now at 15, just 1 away from Rhett Sawyer. So we'll see how that race is going to end up this season. It's a tight race so far. A couple of guys right behind them as well.
Jeff Duffy from Queen City, and then the Tallahassee contingent of Taquan Hale and Hunter Norwood. A lot of great defensive linemen in this league. 3rd and 15, Nickens. Plenty of time, goes underneath. Can Ermac Jackson turn the corner? Unreal first down into Tulsa territory. It's Tiberius Bovine.
And they needed him to create a big play. He's a consistent target. Again, 11-season vet. The guy knows how to make plays and convert big plays, and that there he just highlighted it right there. And Oklahoma City needs to move down and score some points here. Definitely, don't settle for 3, but you need to get points and try to, get the lead here, and then rely on your defense to shut down Tulsa.
That's Tiberius Bovine's first catch since the 2nd quarter, and he made the most of extending the drive from a 3rd and 13 situation. Here's a short pass over the middle. That's caught. And getting 3 yards on the play is Moses out of the backfield. He doesn't catch many passes, Moses. He's got 175 receiving yards on the year coming into the game and no touchdowns through the air. Second and 7 from the Tulsa 40. Fullback dive. Moses gets 2 more. 3rd and 5. Coming up a 2nd straight 3rd down conversion attempt for the Renegades.
And you see there 6 yards to carry this game. The Renegades offense decided to call his number, and he's been paying off. It's been paying off for him.
This is what both of these teams are fighting for, a chance to get into the wild card round of the playoffs. After the next 4 weeks of action, here's a handoff, and Williams gets there. First down.
And Williams doesn't want to be outshined here. The Renegades brought him in for a reason. They trusted him to take on the role of a running back. And so far this game, it's been all Moses. But now here's Williams busting off a big play.
And Williams does have a touchdown run. It was a 3-yard touchdown run back in the 2nd quarter. But a fresh set of downs. What a gutsy call by Michael Irvine to go for it, a run on 3rd and 5. Nickens to Williams out of the backfield. A lot of work to do as he has 4 white jerseys in front of him, and he is hit hard and taken down after a gain of only 4. Kanye Rockefeller with the tackle.
Yeah, but continued involvement. I like getting him the touches. I think that he's a dynamic player, and if you continue to get him the ball, he'll produce for you.
Second and 6. Only a single receiver out to each side. And an offset eye behind Nickens. Here comes the pressure from Tulsa. And down goes Moses after a gain of only 1. And the Espen Real watches down to 6 tackles.
Yeah, there's still time for him to get to 700. There's plenty of game left, so we'll see if he can get there.
You see, never satisfied 1, 2, 3 is DJ Moses. It's been a really good day for him, for the fullback from Oklahoma City. Pressure look from the Tulsa defense, but they only send 3, and into empty space goes the throw from Deacon Nickens. Ghibli do apply the pressure, and maybe only a field goal try here for the Renegades, but it would be a first lead of the day for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and I think the good coverage by the defense forced that incompletion.
It's going to be a long field goal attempt. This will be 44 yards or 43 yards, depending on where they spot it, for Johnny Omega. Kick is all the way to take the lead. It's good! Right down Main Street as we go to break. Oklahoma City with their first lead of the afternoon, 37-34. We'll be back. This is the SFL on 11 Sports. Michael Trillo, Stephen Hacker in the booth at the Robbers Cave Stadium in Oklahoma City, where the hometown Renegades have their first lead of the ball game as they've taken a 37-34 lead off a Johnny Omega field goal. And now let's see what the Renegade defense can do, protecting a lead for the first time as Charles Ball gets to the 31, and that's where Ashley Jackson and company will start trailing for the first time in this game. And it changes the mindset, doesn't it, if you're down in a game, and especially in a game like this where there have been so many points and you back yourself to score on almost every time you touch the ball.
Yeah, and the point I was gonna make was you got to stay patient here. You don't want to overreact, like you're saying. You know, it does try and kind of change your mindset, but you got to stay patient. Your offense has been working, so just stay with what's working, and you're gonna go down and score points.
6-yard pickup from Corey Jones to the far sideline. First down. Corey Jones, 6 touchdowns on the season, had 620 yards through the air coming into the game. Is leading this team receiving core in pretty much every offensive category. 2nd and 4. I formation behind Jackson, who's under center. Here's a handoff for Sanzo Robinson. Robinson looking for the first down. Forward progress gives it to him at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, generous spot. Gives them the first. It was pretty close, but you'll never argue with it if you're the offense.
With just 6 minutes to go in a 3-point ball game, you feel that it may come down to just one play either side to determine this game. Jackson to the near side, complete to Mike Osai for 5 yards.
Mr. Reliable ran a good route, a good throw, and the coverage was there, but great throw and catch, and it gets him 5 yards.
Let's go.
And the same formation again, this I formation. Here's a handoff. Robinson finally breaks away, gets a little bit of space, and scampers for a first down across midfield to the Oklahoma 47. And Sanzo Robinson's quietly had a very productive day for the Desperados.
Yeah, and it was a great play call. It looked like the Renegades were expecting a pass, and they fooled them and went out with the run and got the first down.
A handoff to Robinson again. This time bottled up, only gets 1. collapsed upon by blue jerseys. Averaging 3.6 yards a carry on the day. Don't forget that Simulation Football League action continues all day long on sports. 5 p.m. Eastern, New Orleans visits San Francisco. 7:30 p.m. Eastern, Denver hosts Las Vegas. And 10 p.m. Eastern, Houston hosts Tallahassee. Delayed handoff. And a knockdown hard in the middle as Sanzo Robinson sets up a 3rd and 5.
John Gregory with the hammer to finish that play off. Can Oklahoma City stop Tulsa here? 3rd and 5. A 3rd down stop here would be great for the Renegades.
Jackson back to pass. Throws over the middle. Complete! Grabbed by Anthony Mosley. It's only his 3rd catch of the game, but it's a big one. Fresh set of downs for the Desperados.
Yeah, fresh set of downs and pretty close to field goal range. So, you know, the Renegades really need to tighten up defensively here and force a stop.
This is the 2nd of a 3-game homestand for the Oklahoma City Renegades. Their final 3 home games of the season, all coming here before they finish with 2 on the road. 1st and 10. 4 wide empty backfield. Jackson throws underneath. And Stephen Bush gets 5 yards.
Again, the Desperados are just moving down the field methodically. I said it on the beginning of this drive, don't panic. You know, what you've been doing all game has been working, and here they are. They're inching into the red zone and threatening to score 7 points.
Maybe taking a little bit of a page out of Oklahoma City's book with a little bit of ground and pound with Robinson on this drive. 2nd down and 5 to go. Inside the 30-yard line, here's play action, and Robinson is stuffed and loses 3 yards.
I think Dave Drury was the one that got there first, but a little bit of help by Dane Nails to finish it out.
No, it was Nails that got there first, and Drury finished it off. So
that's right, and I had it backwards.
Well, both of those players really stepping up here and forcing a passing situation. 5 wide. 3 to the top of the screen, 2 to the bottom. Jackson, time to throw. Throws, caught, in the seam, down to the 5, and out of the 4. Massive catch in a massive opportunity. It's King, Aaron King.
And your one target is a huge play that gets your team down to the 4-yard line, 3-yard line, and a chance to take the lead. Now, if I'm Tulsa, I'm taking my time here. I'm going to let the clock run down as much as I can. You know, no rush to get a playoff here because, you know, eat up as much as that clock because it's pretty much for sure that you're going to get 6 points as long as you just keep running the ball.
Another play action, and Robinson gets to the 1. Can't quite get it across the goal line. Dave Drury was there again, along with John Gregory.
They could run this down to the 2-minute warning. They don't have to snap the ball. We'll see what they do.
I think it might be smart to run the clock all the way down. They're in the I formation, definite Sanzo Robinson territory, looking for his first touchdown of the afternoon. Robinson, in for the touchdown. Tulsa back on top.
Yeah, instead of letting the 2-minute warning hit, they elected to run the play, but they did take the lead with that. So now we're going to see what happens on the extra point. And we'll see if that not going to the 2-minute warning hurts them at all.
Well, it's effectively, I guess I don't know if it will because the kickoff will run the clock to the 2-minute warning, so it's not really an extra timeout for Oklahoma City. So
yeah, I guess there's not a heavy-footed kicker that's going to make them have a touchback. So yeah, I guess the 4 seconds probably will run off on a kick return.
Extra point, up and good. Tulsa back on top by 4. Tulsa 41, Oklahoma City 37. Just 4 seconds before the 2-minute warning in a wild contest here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. This is what they're playing for, a chance to possibly get above that line into the playoff hunt in the wild card race, but they've got 4 games left, including this one, to get there. Both teams really needing to win out to have a chance. Oklahoma City on the return. Rose Finch bottled up at the 29, and that'll be the 2-minute warning. Do not go anywhere. This will be very interesting as Oklahoma City tries to upset Tulsa at home. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports. Oklahoma City Renegades on the ball with 2 minutes to go, down by 4, need a touchdown to win the game. Nickens throws, caught, big chunky yardage up near midfield. And that's what you need to do over and over and over again if you're the guys and gals wearing red and blue. Nickens steps up, goes down for a sack, loss of 3. And it's Ghibli Dew has now tied the league leader in sacks. But remember, Rhett Sawyer and Las Vegas play later today. Short check down. Moses only gets 1 timeout, Oklahoma City, and that's not a great sequence of 2 plays.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate for the Renegades to come out. Your offense has looked pretty impressive. You've doubled your average points per game, scoring 38. You average 19, so your offense has looked really good. But unfortunately, on this particular possession, it hasn't looked so great.
3rd and 12. Everywhere is 4-down territory now for the Renegade. Nickens throws middle, caught, first down. Needed 13, got 14. Catch was hauled in. And Nickens going to go to Williams. Oh, no. Oh, no. Williams lost 6. The previous catch was hauled in by Joe Clark Jr.
And that's the opposite of what you needed to have happen. Now it's just even harder to get the first down. You lose 6. Unacceptable.
2nd and 16 after Jason Williams couldn't turn the corner on the check down. Gonna need a little bit more Deacon Nickens magic here. Everybody close to the line for Tulsa. Nickens short again. Williams can't get anywhere. 3rd and 15. 2nd timeout, Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I think you need to take the time out there to regroup and reconsider what you're doing offensively here. 3rd and 15, you need to take a shot. You have to get a first down here to keep yourself in this ball game.
They got a 3rd and 13 completion on the last set of downs. They may need a 3rd and 15 or at least get close to try and go for it on 4th here.
Yep.
1 minute and 5 to go. Nickens over the middle, caught, room to turn upfield, first down! It's Joe Clark Jr. again!
Showing up big here in the final minute.
2 long 3rd down completions in a row now. Nickens looking underneath. Joe Clark Jr. another catch. That one gets 5. So that was Bovine, excuse me, on the last catch. 2nd and 5, Nickens. Underhands it over the middle, incomplete. Clark couldn't hang on. 3rd and 5, a 3rd straight 3rd down.
A big challenge now for Tulsa. You got to protect this lead. You got to bend, but don't break. You know, they have to go for a touchdown. They can't settle for a field goal. So it's your job now to just keep the offense out of the end zone.
31 seconds to go. Renegades down to one timeout. It's a check down.
Get out of bounds.
Moses, first down and more. Down the sideline inside the 10. He didn't get out of bounds, though. Clock running. They're not going to take a timeout, 20 seconds. They're going to have to get up and spike it. 15 seconds. They're going to run a play. Nickens, end zone, incomplete. Joe Clark Jr. couldn't keep his feet in bounds. Clock stopped, 10 seconds to go.
What a play that would have been. So close to getting the touchdown in the final seconds of this game.
As the way I see it, they may have 2 shots at this. Maybe 3 if the first pass is incomplete, plus a timeout. Ten seconds to go. Oklahoma City on the cusp of pulling off one of the most impressive wins in their history. To the far side. He got out of bounds. Williams got out of bounds, stops the clock with 6 seconds left, 3rd and goal from the 3.
This is that moment.
I'm really looking to Tiberius Bovine in this spot. This has to be his time to make a play.
Yeah, you practiced all offseason. Your coaches have ironed out the playbook. Let's see what they go to.
6 seconds to go from the 3-yard line. Nickens looking, throwing. Oh, no, Oklahoma City now glad they're saved that timeout.
There was a receiver at the back of the end zone that looked open to me. I guess the quarterback just missed him.
2 seconds left. This will be the last play. 4th and ball game from the 2. And you see the chat is going crazy. Denver Nightwing says this has been an amazing game. I concur. This is the game. Final play. Oklahoma City needs a touchdown to pull off an improbable win. Nickens looking, throwing, incomplete. Tulsa survives. 41-37. What an incredible ball game. And the Desperados step into the Renegades' house, and the Battle of Oklahoma is going back to Tulsa.
And that close at the end of the game. What a chance and what an opportunity for the Renegades to come away with the win. But great effort by both teams. The offense definitely showed up today with some fire. We had some dynamite plays on special teams from both Oklahoma City and Tulsa. I mean, it was just a fantastic game, and it's just a great start to this action that's going to be going on all day here on SFL, the 11 Sports Network.
You see final stats and highlights scrolling across your screen. An incredible game for both teams. Really, both of them deserved a win here, but only one team could come out on top. That team was the Tulsa Desperados in the final seconds getting the win. Remember, these two teams play each other again in 3 weeks' time at the last game of the season. And Tulsa's run to potentially make the wild card game is very difficult. They've got to play Seattle, Charleston, and then Oklahoma City again. And they got to win at least 2 of those games, I feel, to even be in contention.
Yeah, it's improbable, but not impossible. You just got to go out and play your game every week and hope that the things work out for you in the end. You know, you don't give up. Tulsa did a good job here of giving themselves a shot going into the playoff picture. So we'll just kind of see how it works out. Definitely mark it on the calendar, because when these two teams face off again, you know that Oklahoma City is going to want some revenge. They've shown here that they can compete with Tulsa. So maybe they'll be a little bit more prepared. They'll have maybe another layer to their offense and figure out a way to score and get the win next time.
All right, Charles. Steven. I'm going to have to ask you to make a very tough decision. Who is your player of the game? There are so many people that are deserving of this.
Well, that's tough today, but, a safe bet would be Ashley Jackson for her performance. I think that would be a pretty easy one. See where they go with.
And it is actually Jackson. 2 touchdowns, 374 yards, a player of the game performance. And that will do it for the Robbers Cave Stadium at Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Your final score, Desperados 41, Renegades 37. Stay tuned to 11 Sports for Simulation Football League action all day long. But for Stephen Hacker, Cabot Irvine, and myself, Michael Turillo, we will see you next time.